Good morning students, welcome to your science online class. We have already started from last two videos. We are doing the chapter force, work, energy, and in the last two videos we have also done what is force and what are the different types of force that we have started. Today we are going to do the remaining two types of force and the next part of the remaining part of the chapter. So let me once recapitulate. We have done that what is force and um, that it is a push or pull on a particular object is called force, and what are the effect of force we have read, that force can start moving one thing, stop one's movement, it can change one's direction, and moreover it can change the shape of a particular object that we have done. And after that we have started different types of force: muscular force, which we need muscle; gravitational force, that we have learned that whenever you are throwing something up, ultimately it is falling down; and frictional force, when you are pushing or pulling something, ultimately how it is stopping, that is due to the friction with the surface through on which the particular object is moving. Okay, so and we have seen that the smooth the floor or the surface is, the friction will be less, and more rough surface it will be, the friction will be more. And finally today we are going to start with elastic force and mechanical force. Now elastic force, what happens? Suppose if I take this rubber band, if I stretch it, see it is going a little bit more. Again when I am releasing, it is coming to its original point. So when we take some elastic rubber band or garter or rubber sort of thing, when we stretch it, it used to expand, and again when we used to release it, again it comes back to its original place. So that is called elastic force. What happens when you stretch a rubber band and let it go? It goes back to its original length, isn't it? When we leave the second hand, when we are pulling like this, if I leave that, see again it is coming to its original place. The force that resists stretching and makes the material go back to its original state is called elastic force. So when I am stretching, it is expanding, means it is becoming long in length, and again when I am releasing, again it is coming back to its original form. I am trying to find out one rubber band. It will help you to understand better. But at present I am not getting. Anyway, I think you have understood. When we are stretching, that is a smooth, and again when I am releasing, again it is coming back to its original place. You cannot do with a solid thing, isn't it? You cannot do with a plastic. You cannot stretch it and again it will come back, never. Only in case of rubber band or garter or elastic it can happen. So this expansion and again going back to its original place or original form is called elastic force. Mechanical force. This is a kind of force that causes the object on which it acts to change its motion or start movement. Means suppose we are pushing something. We want to move it from one place to the other. We are pushing. We are putting our effort. We are putting our force. So when force is applied on a particular object to move its place, it is called mechanical force. Okay, so this kind of force that causes the object on which it acts to change its motion or start moving. It can also bend or break things. Means when we are breaking something, suppose breaking a piece of chocolate, it is also a type of mechanical force. When we are breaking something apart from a second one, we are making into a part, so that is also a mechanical force. When we are pushing something to move it from one place to the other, it is also mechanical force. So this is all about the different types of force. Now we are going to start with force and work. This in this chapter we have already discussed that we are going to read about force, work and energy. So force we have learned. Now we are going to learn about different types of work and how force can be applied on different types of work. you do work when you push a cart. See, there's a picture, a man is pushing a cart. You have to force to do this work. This shows that you have to apply force to do work. So if you want to do something, if you have to work, then you have to apply force. However, you use less force to move an empty cart and more force to move a cart with full things. See, it is quite obvious. When the thing is very heavy, if you want to push it, you need more force to apply. And when it is empty, when it is light in nature, you need less force to apply on it, isn't it, to move it from one place to the other. When it is a heavy thing, as you feel like when you are pulling it, it is heavier. Like that, pushing also is having an effect that when we push something which is heavier, we feel like we have to put more strength, more work to it. So, more the weight is more the strength or force, less the weight, we have to put less strength. Therefore, you do more work while moving the full cart than when you're moving the empty. The same thing just now I have told. Machines help us to do work. Now, everything we know that our world is advancement means in technology is the key word of any type of change, any type of improvement, any type of betterment in our world, isn't it? So, when a machine is working in all the sphere, we are using different types of machine. Now, machine helps us to do work. A sewing machine helps us to stitch clothes. A washing machine helps us to wash clothes more easily and faster than manually washing, isn't it? Smaller machine like scissor, knives and tweezer also make our job easy. So, when we are making small work, we are using small machines like tweezer, scissor, knife, which is helping us to do our work easily. And in place of washing clothes in our hand, when we are using a washing machine, it is also helping us to do it easily without our effort. So that is done. The work is done by machine. So today we will stop up to here. Next day we are starting different types of machine, simple machine, and then we will read about different types of simple machine and so on. Thank you.